All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Evil Twin Brewing New York City, and they are out of Brooklyn, New York, and this is their Peaches and Cream. So this is a sour ale with peach, vanilla, and milk sugar, aka lactose. It comes in at 5.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review, this can is just under 3 months old. So right before I turned on the camera, I noticed on here it says brewed by Evil Twin Brewing, North Haven, Connecticut, distributed by 12%. So this is brewed at the 12% Beer Project location, North Haven, Connecticut. I have reviewed one beer from Evil Twin New York City on the channel that was, I think, early last year, and I don't remember if it was brewed at 12%. So I don't know if that's a new development or something that's been going on for for the past couple years. I have no idea. So anyway, I picked this one up because I love peaches and cream pretty much anything, including just regular peaches and cream. So the fact that it's simplistic, sour ale, peach, vanilla, and lactose, like, sign me up. Hopefully lactose isn't too heavy-handed. And I did mention, if you watched my 4th of July review, where I did, what the hell did I do? Miracle Lollipop from Froth. I talk about in that one how, I don't review smoothie-style sours as much anymore. However, I do have a bunch in the fridge. This was one of them. I also had some that were sent to me by a very good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Wes. You'll probably see that beer mail unboxing right around the time I post this, maybe the day before, day after, whatever. I don't know. We'll see. But he sent me a bunch from Two Tides. So these are pretty much like heavily fruited. This is a heavily fruited sour. He's had some heavily fruited sour. So I've been reviewing like 1 or 2 per month. So it'll be more like 1 per week throughout the month of July into August. We'll see. I talked about, I don't really review these as much anymore because, of many different reasons. Price, the fact a lot of them can be a bit too sweet. And this looks like the most oxidized fucking IPA you'd ever see in your life. But peaches and cream, sure. I mean, has peaches, has vanilla, has lactose, has this like dirty kind of like orange color. On camera, maybe more of a dark brown, but in person, like a dirty, like kind of oxidized, like American IPA. 2 fingers of this tan colored head, somewhat creamy looking, somewhat soap sudsy. Looks fine, murky, turbid, can't see through it. Yeah, let's get a nose. Okay. So I'm definitely getting the vanilla. The vanilla is very prominent. Now, I've mentioned this before, a lot of times with beers that have lactose in it, I will get a big vanilla punch. The fact that it says vanilla and lactose, lots of vanilla, tons of vanilla. And there's this underlying, like, doughy, kind of malty feeling to the beer. But then I'm getting peach over top of it. There is a little bit, I'll be honest with you, there's a little bit of like a metallic vibe to this one, so that the nose isn't immaculate. Just under 3 months old, and I know this one was kept cold the entire time. The place I bought it from, always in their cooler. Went from their cooler to my fridge. It hasn't moved. But there's a little bit of a metallic vibe here. I'm hoping this one is still pretty good. I mean, it's a sour ale with peaches, vanilla, and lactose. Not a whole lot in here, but it kind of smells like peaches and cream or like a peach cobbler. But that metallic vibe is kind of worrying me a little bit. And it does smell like it might be pretty sweet. Anyway, let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. So the taste is exactly what they say it is. And there is no metallic taste in this one, which is nice. But it's sweet peaches and cream. So big blast of like over-ripened, almost like kind of like canned peaches. So like the peach with the syrup. And then you just put some kind of whipped cream or even just like heavy cream on top of it. This might not be heavily fruited. I don't see a lot of like pectin or fruit puree remnants on the side of the glass. There's a little bit, but it doesn't have a ton. Body's like higher side of medium body. So this is like a heavily fruited sour that isn't heavily fruited or doesn't have the body of a lot of like the smoothie and slushy sours. Has a lot of peach, a lot of vanilla, but it's not crazy with the body, which I think makes it infinitely more drinkable. The mouthfeel has a nice moderate carbonation. It's smooth. It's somewhat creamy. What I like about this one, there is a tartness to this one, like a firm tartness front to back. It's not quite puckering, but it gets to the back of the jaws, and you can kind of feel that, you know, it has that tower. Tart and sour. I said tower. I said sart. We got tower and sart. It has not quite like a sourness, but it's more like a firm tartness. Front to back, you definitely notice that this is a sour beer. However, front to back also, it's overripened sweet peaches. Again, canned peaches. Peaches you would get in like a fruit cup. It has that syrup with it because it's sweeter. It's a sweeter. It's not like a peach gummy ring. It's more like just sweet, like canned peaches. As front to back as well. There's an omnipresent vanilla character, probably accentuated by the lactose for me personally. Again, lactose equals vanilla for me more often than not. 5.5%. Nothing. Can't really tell it's 5.5%. There's also this underlying like bready kind of malt character that I'm getting. I love that I'm really a big fan of the fact that the metallic note didn't carry over, because I thought that would kind of ruin the beer, and it really hasn't carried over at all, so it's not really ruining anything. It is sweet though. There is a semi-dry kind of finish, no bitterness to speak of. The thing that's really keeping the sweetness in check to some degree is that semi-dry finish, but also that firm tartness. There's a little like mild acidity as well on the finish. This is a sweeter beer though, and I kind of anticipated it. Peaches, vanilla, lactose. It's not super heavy-handed with the lactose, but it's definitely, I don't know if lactose was necessary for this one for myself personally. If you got rid of the lactose, you probably lose a little bit body mouthfeel, but the sweetness I think will be dialed down a little bit. One more sip and we'll lock in a rating. It's nice. It's nice. It's simplistic. It's pretty much what it says it is. For a peaches and cream sour, I'd give it like a high 4.25, low 4.4, or low 4.5, like a 4.35, 4.4. Personal preference, however, a couple things that are going to stop me from giving it a score in that range. Number one, it does lean a little bit sweeter. The tartness, the mild acidity, a little bit of that semi-dry finish does help, but it really stops it from being cloying. But it still leans pretty sweet. Number two, the aroma wasn't that great. I talked about the metallic note. Also, the body, while it's nice with the drinkability, I think I'd like to see this more like low side of full based on, you know, what I'm drinking. I think a little bit more of like an oomph of body would really help out. But, you know, I'm nitpicking as you do in reviews like this. I think this is nice. It's nothing mind-blowing. I'll have to try some other stuff out from them. Like I said, I didn't know this one was brewed at the 12% beer project. But anyway, peaches and cream from Evil Twin. I'm going to go high 4 out of 5 and go 4.05 for this one. I think that's a fair score. It's not amazing. It's pretty good, though. I do enjoy it. Again, I picked this one up knowing that it'd be simplistic based on the ingredients and whatnot. I like peaches and cream. But there's a couple things that could have been better to get it into that, like, you know, 4.25, low 4.5 range. Didn't happen. So here we are. But pretty solid. Price point and availability. I paid $6 for that can. When it comes to beers like this, typically they're anywhere between like $5 to $10, depending on the brewery, how hard it is to get one out. $6 for a can of that. Some of you might say, oh, that's super pricey. You know, if a 4-pack of this is $20, $22, I don't think that's bad for what it is and comparatively speaking to other breweries. But would I pay $6 for a can of this again? No, I would not. I'd try something else from Evil Twin, but it wouldn't be this. And availability, it's Evil Twin. And again, this is 12% beer project. So if you get beers from the 12% beer project, like your Abominations and I'm forgetting, there's a bunch of breweries that brew at the 12% beer project. You probably have seen this one or have seen beers from Evil Twin in New York City. I don't know if they still can stuff at their own brewery and whatnot, but here's the thing. If you like peaches and cream, give this one a go. If you don't, stay away from it. Plain and simple. And even if you do like peaches and cream, be forewarned that this is a bit sweeter and very simplistic, but it is what it is. So if you've had this one before, let me know what you thought about it. If you've had any other beers from Evil Twin New York City, let me know. Is there anything I need to seek out? You know, we get some of their stuff from time to time. This one just sounded really good. Again, I like peaches and cream. It didn't necessarily hit the mark for me, but it's still a pretty damn good beer, I think. It's just not amazing. So anyway, again, 5.5% alcohol by volume. Really can't tell, and I didn't expect to. Till the next one. Cheers.